Welcome to this analysis on XRP. It's your girl Bitcoin Gorilla, and today I'll be using my special box strategy on SRP. So you're going to join me because I'll be drawing it from scratch. So if you're a beginner and you want to learn, well, this is an opportunity to just see how I draw my own chart. Now, this might not be as usual like every other person draw their chart out there. Now, this is my strategy, this is my style. So what I'm looking at now is trying to find the various levels, right? The support and resistance clearly on my chart, so I can see the clear support and resistance area levels where price actually reacted on, right? Maybe there's a rejection, a turn back or something. Now that I've gotten it, so the next thing I want to do is I can see that there is a clear sideways market that started from here, right? Yeah, right, since the pullback, right, since the pullback there's a clear sideways. So what I'm doing is I'm containing those sideways inside a box, right? So let me show you where this happened, right? So since the all-time high here, we had a pullback, and this was where the pullback made a double bottom before the current move up. So that is why you see me, I contain my box. Now, it's no coincidence that in the past, this same area also had a funny rejection just inside the same box, right? They are all inside the same box. So now that I've gotten that, the next thing I want to do is this. I want to make sure that I find um the real area. Now I see support. I treat support as an area, not a line. Now, what do I mean by support is an area, not a line? What I mean by that is, you see, when it comes to support, price often do something we call the spring, right? By breaking through the support, breaking through all the stop losses of buyers or sellers, or breaking through the resistance, then only for it to reverse. Now, some people call this fake out, right? Now, if to avoid getting trapped in fake out, I try to look for treat support and resistance as an area to enable me not for a victim of that stop loss hunt, right? So I'm going to explain what each of these box mean and why I am drawing them. It tells me a lot about what is going on. Please, my house is very close to a church, so you're definitely hearing some background noise. I do apologize if you're using earpiece. So now that I've gotten my box, now I'm going to interpret what this box is telling me. Now I drew this on the weekly chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to daily chart and see how this box is being respected in the daily chart. So now this is the daily chart. Now, how does my box look in the daily chart? Obviously, you can see it is actually respecting most of the areas, right? So you can see the box. So we need a little adjustment right here, right there, and this right here. So now here's what I'm saying. Now this two purple area is my resistance. This is my resistance, right? Resistance. Oh, my writing not so clear, but this is my resistance and this is my support, right? Support. Now, this is my major support and resistance on daily chart, right? Which means if I enter a trade here on the support, I should be targeting what? The resistance, which is right here, right? Now, here is the same thing again. Because it is being contained in a sideways, I also expect that when they get rejected here, they will return to the bottom of the box, which they did right here, right? Made a double bottom and they started going. But here's the thing. After they move from one box, they have to battle with the next box, because each box also has its own resistance and support area. And I can prove that if I need to draw each box support and resistance, but that is going to take a lot of time. But since we are in this current box, I'm going to draw the support and resistance area of this particular box right here that we are on right now. So that's the support area of that box, and this is the resistance area. Now, here's the thing about this support. Now, why there's a difference between these support areas and the major big box. Now, the major big box is a kind of target. It helps us to find target, right? Know when to take profit. So in this situation, the bigger box, which is this particular box right here, don't mistake the wrong box. This bigger box, right? This yellow one, this one, this bigger one, right? That is our box that shows us where we enter and where we're likely going to exit. So we are working with that box on a long term, but you can see that currently price is in the middle of the box, right? In the middle of the box, of that bigger box. This middle of the box is always very important because of the sideways that always go on in that middle, right? The middle of a channel is always very important. So is the middle of my box. So you can see price whenever it gets to that middle, there's always a drama that is happening. It keeps going back and forth that middle, and it's either they succeed in staying above it and price will continue moving up, or they stay below it and price will continue moving down. In this situation where they are now, they have arrived here and they have not been able to really go anywhere, but somehow I see them respecting some sort of line, right? So if I were to draw the bias line they started respecting from here, the trend line, right? I see them, they are quite doing good, right? And this line currently is just having a second touch, right? And there's no coincidence that this line is actually having this second touch right where, right on the support area of the green box. What does that tell you? That tells you that any moment from now we're going to still have, remember the support area is that if you watch my last analysis on SRP, I talked about, okay, I don't think I posted it. I think I posted it on trading view also, right? The analysis, I talked about SRP returning to this point, right? If you check my YouTube, you're going to see this analysis. It talked about returning to this point. Just go and type Makaveli traders on YouTube and you're going to see the analysis on SRP. It talked about this point. Now here's the thing, right? This $1 zone to that 0.99 area is very important because this is likely going to hold. Now at worst case scenario, we are going to have price returning to this point, right? That is if they're going to be a stop loss hunt of those who are here, which always happen, right? We see this always happening, right? The reason being that in a longer run we could have actually price contained in this area. So if we have price coming down to retest this point, that would be like a fake out for it to pull back up. But I do see that price is in a verge of a bounce on SRP. So very soon we're going to see SRP actually taking a break out of this consolidation because we have been stuck since August on SRP sideways movement, right? SRP needs to break above this resistance area of this middle boss because once they succeed in breaking through it, that's 1.4, 1.42. If they succeed in breaking through that range, there is definitely SRP is going to see 1.9 to 1.22 dollars again. That is what I see coming on SRP. Thank you for watching, and do give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful so that it will likely reach others. And here's the thing, I wanted to show something before I go. I talked about if SRP, before I end this video, I really want to show this because I saw that observation right now. So here's the thing, I said if SRP failed to hold this point, then SRP could arrive here. Now this is daily chart. That's 1.7. Now that's the at worst case scenario. Now, why do I say that? Because here's the thing, right? So I tried to draw this seller's line that was broken the last time, right? So we have this seller's line that was broken, and this retest could go deeper, right? This retest could come as way down as this point. Now, if this retest come down to this point, that will mean that SRP is trying to hold down this area, right? But clearing all previous stop loss. This is the worst case scenario of the dump that I see coming. So the worst case scenario is that this dump could take to zero point 0.7, which is the chances are low. The chances are high. Actually, we get a bounce either from 1.02 area to 0 point 0.9 area. We're likely going to get a bounce. These are very important area. So thank you very much for watching, and this is what I see, right? Right. I say this, right? This could likely be the move, right? This is what I see. Let me get that right. This, it's either it goes like this or it goes like this, right? One is going to play out. That's what I see happening to SRP. So SRP is really getting ready. SRP is getting ready for a good move. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you've not subscribed, subscribe so that you won't miss any of our posts that we give short, brief technical analysis. I remind you, we draw it from scratch so that you understand. Believe in me, I understand what it means to be a beginner, especially when you see different trading strategies every day.